Yeah, that's a good point, actually. They had not lost a single map in the group stages, so I guess, look, the honeymoon period might be having its first fight.
A few tears.
Yeah, that's right. Not all honeymoons are perfect, okay? Not that I would know. I'll never have one. JKS is going to be the last to join in the queue of the T's, and all of them heading up banana at this point in time. So see with a minute and 30 on the clock if they head that direction overall.
Just to note, they have a lot of utility for a B execute here, but the util towards the back of the site, the smoke that Perfecto's holding, should negate a lot of it. Simple also with a HooXi at the ready. So it feels like they are prepped for this, Matt. There's 3 players on the site. The first player to have an engagement is NiKo with Bit, but here they come.
NiKo waiting for the angle. They're going to flash in. Want to see? He goes, checks, jumps even to see if anyone's on the boost. 2 behind the smokes at the back of the site, holding both Emo and the pillars, but Hunter finds Simple first. That saves his teammate, who can now wrap around, and Hunters and HooXi's, all of them together. Going to be taking over the site with smokes just dissipating now. Bomb should get into a position to plant. NiKo's going to wait for the flank. He spots out Electronic. Doesn't need to overcommit to this fight yet, NiKo. Just needs to buy time and space. But he is going to go for it. He is going to get aggressive. And with 7 HP, he wants the final kill. Final shot, I should say, to get the kill. Electronic backs off. So he's done his job there, because that means the retake is thwarted somewhat and it's slowed. NiKo still has to have his crosshair in that direction just in case. But this is giving space to his teammates to work in from the caskets, from coffins. At 7 HP NiKo has. He's now joined his teammate as well. They've repositioned it very, very smartly. Bit is the next to arrive. He has the look toward that, and he's got it. No mistake on it, and they know Electronic was the one that was waiting the whole time. He thought he was being held, and NiKo finally goes to finish that job.
Okay, really well put together pistol round there. Even with the smoke towards the back of the site, you could see both the CTs. They had to use the smoke as the shield. They couldn't move because those Molotovs were on either side. They were able to trade, but not efficiently enough. And that fight towards Banana, the awkward duel, that awkward joust between NiKo and Electronic, that was, I guess, the defining factor of this. The fact that NiKo didn't go down, was able to keep Electronic at bay. They were able to have this fade in the smoke. Really good heads-up counter-strike here, and a great finish from G2. Now, force buyout from NaVi here. It's going to be a couple of 5-7s and Deagles. Some util deep now, down towards the bottom of Banana. NiKo will be playing ahead of this and wants to disrupt Bit over towards the sandbag position, but there's a flash coming forward and a fight coming his way. Oh,
Yikes.
oh.
Where did that all go?
That must have been apartments, right?
It had to have been apartments. I mean, NiKo, obviously, his was over at Banana prior to that, but yeah, everyone else, there they are. They're coming out of apartments right now. SDY did all the job. 5-7 in hand. He's expecting one more to drop in sight because he's heard it. Simple wants the damage to Modesty, won't get it. But JKS, smoked down, is going to have to sit back and wait with his Galil in hand.
It's just these holes pops against low buys. It's always so risky. I think we highlighted that during the Heroic series as well. Now there's still a workable round here for G2, but NaVi, especially SDY, have done so much work here. The util damage, fantastic. The double kill, even better. And Odyssey's parking the bus right now, hoping for a mid-reaggress. Seeing the shadow, gets another one back. 3-on-3 now.
Looking for a chance to walk out with the crossfire and the rifles against these pistols. With the HP that they have, they still have to be extremely careful. Electronic, no information at this point as they slide away silently, and the B site's wide open right now, Chad. They could just walk this in.
How brave is NiKo going to be here, right? This smoke will be starting to dissipate momentarily. There's another gun somewhere to be scooped up over towards the A side of things for NaVi. And then the question is, do they want to consider the retake? Well, Perfecto's starting to flirt his way over. He will be there in time to at least address the situation and give information to his 2 teammates. Yet they're cross CT smoked. The bomb is being planted now. Last second denial was on the cards there, but JKS will punch the digits in. The bomb goes down, and it should just be a bit of a stalemate here. Everybody happy to hold on to their goodies, but G2 got very lucky there. Very, very lucky. NaVi, the double kill from SDY was great.
Yeah, it came on the back of that nade. Like you said, that was inside of the apartments, so that was pretty massive.
Yeah, okay, so Galil's been found and Mac 10. So at least the next round to play Simple and Bit will get something. I guess it's dealer's choice of how this is going to be dropped around here. G2 counting their lucky stars that are able to convert this one here cleanly. Well, not cleanly, but in the 3-on-3, it ended up being quite clean, didn't it? So, Galil's held on to, bomb goes off, second round on the board, and another difficult one ahead. Not the type of round you're happy as X has to see go down, but happy to see it recovered.
Yeah, absolutely. They still have the lead on this, and you know, if Blaze to be believed on the desk, this is a punish pick, and he still thinks G2 are in a good position in this series. So NaVi being off the scoreboard so far is going to be benefit to that.
You know what I think is hilarious here, Matt? I don't imagine many of these Counter-Strike players were good students, and now they all just have notes. Just every day, you've got your little book, you've got your little notes.
Yeah, but the good news is they didn't have to take those notes.
That's true.
Right? If they had to take those notes, you just have pictures.
Yeah, so I guess they were given cheat sheets.
That's probably more accurate.
I'm sure some of them were good students.
Come on,
just not most.
Don't give them any credit.
Oh, I'm kind of using...
Honestly, wasn't even a student. He said he left school in grade 9.
Yeah, well, look, he's 17.
He's got more money than all of us, so yeah, he wins. Oh, NiKo wins. All right. Don't need school to figure out that kind of crap right there. Perfecto is going to be a little annoyed. He'll felt pretty studied in that situation.
Yeah, they didn't teach you that one. Okay, well, NiKo gets to go kill his favorite round of Counter-Strike, and everybody else heads towards A. So this was a worrisome round for a moment, but as soon as NiKo walks in here and spots more than one, they should be able to clamp down on Electronic's position on A. And we should be calling it a 3-0 start.
Shot. SDY has NiKo out of it. The Mac 10 to get the kill. So it stays 4-on-4. They're going to pop out of the halls right now. They're going to go aggressive toward the A site instead. JKS looking down. He has the bomb in his hand. He's not going to jump in just yet, but the rotations are on and somewhat slightly off in terms of timing.
And if you have 2 Galils and you go into the next gun round, maybe just
hold that plant,
yeah.
JKS. Come on now.
There's no rush.
Yeah, I think you could justify keeping them for sure.
Yeah, and why not?
CT economy is a pretty fleeting thing.
Armor as well, and Electronic and SDY, they don't have to reinvest. A smoke for bit. Look, we're making this one seem enticing for the save, and it will be. That was pretty funny with you and Simple there in that piece.
Yeah.
Some of those
pretty toxic at times, isn't he, eh? Yeah, I love how he goes, I think I was being toxic. you think?
Well, that was during old Simple.
Oh, yeah.
New Simple, so we definitely know the type of Simple we got back in the day.
Hey, he was having a good time. He even said when we were done filming, he was like, that was great. I want to do more of that. He's like, I don't want to do interviews anymore. Let's just do this stuff.
Yeah, we can bring all the fun content. Don't you worry about that. We got plenty of Simple tweets to go through.
Oh, there was 3 or 4 they didn't use. So. I love how he just like left CSGO on red as well. Like they're like, yeah, feel free to message us back in time. He's like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Just never ever messages them again.
Well, maybe they'll be in Rio. Maybe they can have a discussion in person. See if they can get some of those ideas out of him. As we do have the fan cams, if you want to join all that fun, ESL.gg/fancam. Get in the action with all your friends as well. They're even going to use the Mac 10 here. So I thought that one might have been ditched, but it's a bonus round, but for NaVi, which is a bit of an odd series of events. HooXi swallows that one. Number 44. But he wishes it was just a fly.
Nade didn't bounce far enough past the barrels. It was for the close position. They're not there. So the sandbags to protect a position of bit. He'll back off now. Perfecto's with him. They'll go toward the caskets and see if that works better for them. They'll play passively and try and use utility. But right now, there's not a lot of activity from G2. There is toward the other side where the setup, oh, well done, well struck, is for the op and switch. And the op didn't hit. And sometimes that can cause the rifle to be left hung out to dry. But SDY nails it with the Galil.
Yeah, really rough spot for G2 now. Early casualties they took in the first 2 rounds. So I don't think they'll come back to haunt them too badly here. But how much can they make of a round like this? The bomb to be scooped up now from m0NESY. NiKo continuing to what looks like he's playing pre-fire on the B-bomb side. Waltzing on in, it has at least pricked the attention of Simple. He's rotated over now.
Try and use this flash to get them deeper. They don't have anything else to work with, no smokes to go down or anything. They've got to be quick because the one towards CT isn't even centered correctly, and it's not going to be there for too long. So as it dissipates, it'll be very easy to see through the right edge of it from the CT perspective. Perfecto's already got NiKo down, and m0NESY left at a 1-on-5. Does he die for the bonus or save the AK, money, and bomb? He is going to go back down banana, so save looking more likely, but they aren't there yet. He's going to get pinched in. This is going to be hunted, surely. We already said this is essentially a bonus round for the CTs, so you can justify sending some of those lesser weapons after an AK. Although easier said than done, it seems. With 4 seconds on the clock, though, he's going to have to die now if he's going to die.
Oh, he's in so much trouble here. He's just going to survive. Just being the operative word there. Now, they did find a couple of AKs there, so the upgrades away from the Mac 10 and Galil's at least has come through for NaVi here. For G2, Monacy can drop an AK. There's enough money for everybody to buy, so no dramas here going into round number 5 for either team, but this from SDY was fantastic. The Glue getting both of these kills here. The pivot, ready for the swing of JKS as the second man of all that, and I also love this wombo combo, allowing NiKo to be spotted from bit first, then Perfecto activates. Really well handled round there from NaVi to get there first. Oh, aggression.
Tons of it. SDY already down past the bench position. Monacy, I don't think they've heard this. I don't think they have any read at all, and as he jumps back through a smoke that was placed to isolate, he gets the kill. That smoke also means he can do whatever he wants now. He could walk back down toward T-spawn. He could sit and hold. The problem is that they think this is still in banana because there's a single player there, and with that push, they're not aware, now they are, that there's gonna be T's pouring out from the halls. A good find from HooXi to get on the board. Electronic to go down.
Yeah, they've just double smoked over towards Moto for now, so the resource is very, very thin, and unless NiKo can deal with SDY, they're already boxed in towards this site. Too late to the party here, but might deal with Simple, who's swinging through, and that's another nice shot there. 3-on-3.
Doesn't have the time to push through the underpass. He was considering trying to get to the apartments from here, but instead, they're going to go try and fight him. They know he's going to be a pest and a problem, potentially. Self-flash to activate, but we'll go to the site because that's the obligation. They know they have him contained. They haven't found JKS. Caged in and lined up. He gets ball 3 on the site.
Okay, well, that is easy for JKS, and you can see Xtaz looks more fired up than the player himself. That is a massive round to bounce back with. It looked like it was going to be a shooting gallery down towards mid. NiKo in his spot just to hit the one taps, but all he did was get the one. HooXi onto Electronic, then NiKo with this beauty of a shot right here. But it's Mr. Savage who steps up. This is perfect as well. They scamper in, and look, we're going to be honest here. The spacing there, bloody rubbish. He gets fortunate with that lineup, but still.
He also got crazy headshots and all of that because he aimed for the body for the spray. But hey, take it.
Take it indeed, and yeah, that is another one of these tilters for NaVi, because did they have to rush that situation? The bomb had plenty of time, they were scampering forward way too quick, and that's the type of rounds in the interview that Simple was talking about not losing. So we referenced a similar point on Dust 2, we'll bring it up again here on Inferno, and a buy will be back out for NaVi regardless. So Simple's AWP in play. Everybody has a rifle other than Paul Perfecto on the MP9, and that felt like that was the case when we talked about him with Heroic Game, right? He always had a pistol in his hand. Up banana, they charge.
They charge towards Simple, but he's forced off already by Flames. Bits on 1 HP. He's dead. Fart in his general direction, and he's going to go down just from the stench of it. HooXi's going to be the one to come around and find him to take the kill, so it's the man advantage already for G2. Luckily, NaVi did have that somewhat of a bonus round a few rounds ago, so they're able to still get guns back into this as Electronic will cross over the smoke and clear out the boiler stairs.
Good response to fortify mid in case there is that fast reaction, so putting their body on the line right here. And they are prepared for JKS and Co to come around halls, which has been a clear weak point, maybe not a weak point, a clear port of G2's affections. They've headed here a lot with a lot of players time and time again. Can they get past this double stack?
Electronic just waiting as well. Headshot, you're right, that is the bomb. He's gonna get back as well as they try to chase him down from top middle. And they don't know that SDY's there because he's left the site of the crime and the criminal still sits on the stairs. JKS removed. NiKo does come out of the smoke similar to how Stewie used to try and do things, but either way, it's him in a 1-on-3.
Wow, it's just so crazy in that situation. Hunter goes down, the bomb gets loose, and they don't consider another man, so NiKo might be left saving a Galil, which is definitely not his favorite weapon. SDY's already taken a forward position in towards the T side of the apartments here, and NaVi will strike back immediately. Great find. That double up and response from SDY and Electronic is immaculate. I love it. They know exactly what's coming their way. They were down a man, and they end up walking away with 3 alive, so a really good conversion here. 8 kills for SDY in the early stages of the CT side as well.
Yeah, those two are sick because we saw Electronic get the kill, drop the bomb. They had to go back for it. He runs out of the apartments, and SDY was sitting there silently the whole time. The second they peek for that bomb, even just picking it up, not ready for the fight, easy. So here's Electronic, right? He bait's gone, and then he's like, all right, well, I'll just wait and watch the bomb then. Oh, look, there he is trying to pick it up. Had his knife out even.
Yeah, that right there is... that couldn't have gone better, right? They put the big rod out there, massive piece of bait. G2 are the ones who look like the fish. I'll save Galil and upgraded pistols. I'd love to see it if you're a G2 fan, but NaVi starting to take control here on the CT side. They'd love to convert this one to set themselves up with a G2 eco in the next. This is similar how Dust 2 started, right? G2 got out to like an early-ish lead, NaVi brought it back.
Yep.
We were pretty level throughout a lot of this. It's gonna be a big exec here. Entry flash from m0NESY and go.
See if it works for them. Flash over. Around the corner, Perfecto still with the smoke out, has to be quick and swift on his feet. He has been up above him, thankfully. Because Tech9s, we know how quick they are to get on the position and run and gun. Oh, that nade. It's going to be a bomb planted either way, but JKS is going to cop. No, he got on the other side of the barrels. Good old nades. They love to make me sound like an idiot. It's definitely the nades that do that, not me.
But this could be huge.
Yeah, absolutely. NiKo with the late boost over the smoke. He's going to find Electronic immediately, and that's going to force the players inside of the chapel to reconsider their position, to force a look backwards. But STY will confirm there's no one hot on their heels. So a three-man retake. Fourth prong in that from CT, obviously, but three men from a choke point by Coffins. And they're going to try and get past those, not buried in them as Bit takes the first shot. Hunter, but it's STY and Bit again. And JKS is left fighting valiantly, mind you, and the time is gone. They'll take the round. It's going to be 5-2, and he might get simple as well because he's low enough, the HP. Bomb's going to take them both.
Okay, well, another crazy round. This game is already delivering. These type of rounds, this is the Counter-Strike you're looking for here. So back and forth. Nobody really able to separate themselves from the pack. I know the scoreline says something different here, but just the nature of these rounds, the type of buys we're going to be seeing. G2 are the ones to take the time out. They're first here just to take a bit of a breath. And that was wild. Like, at the time on the retake here, as soon as they get stalled out now, they're taking the fight with, what, maybe 15 seconds left on the bomb. JKS with the Tech 9 at range. The second one onto Bit. That's enough. Remember, we have a goldfish here.
Oh, no.
Flush him down the toilet.
Well, at least they don't blow up like the chickens. I can still get some food out of that one.
I don't know if you want a goldfish in your sushi, Matt.
That's a good point. But don't know until you try it, Chad. So you can go get the knife, please.
Look at the buy. Like, G2, they just won that round because everybody went down. It's an AK, 3 Khalils, a Mac 10.
It's insane.
It's like, such an odd point in the game. We're in round 8.
I know. And again, Simple tries to get away with the AWP, but the bomb takes him down, so they have absolutely nothing on the CT side. So at least there's that going for this buy of G2.
The Zeus. Now, I do like to make the sound effect, Matt, but every time I've been baited in, so I've never been able to make it successfully.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do it then if it happens, if there's a chance.
Thank you.
I've got it twice, I think. So I've been very fortunate. I'll be generous to you.
Well, we could do it simultaneously.
No. It's all you.
Yeah, now there's pressure.
Well, I don't know if it's gonna happen though, Chad, because it's on the wrong side of the map right now.
Oh, G2, they always gravitate back towards the holes at some point. Hey, look at them. They love the holes. But HooXi's like, hey, boys, apartments? You want to do an apartment pop against pistols? Let's do it again, shall we? NiKo again, top banana. How many times are we going to see him here just taking fights? STY barely moved a muscle. He started to take a glance. Can I get in a better position with this, Zeus, he wonders? There's a roll dial book. What am I doing?
The big friendly giant?
That's your version of the BFG. Here we go. Surely the Zeus. God damn it.
He didn't even have it in his hands.
Get it out.
Really reaching for it. NiKo takes down Bits. It'll be NiKo to find Electronic as well. And I'd say this one's already over anyway. Hang on. Slap in the face, Will Smith style, as he runs back down Banana. And Perfecto gives some consideration to that. But at, you know, what, at PT50, what's he going to do? Save it?
Kind of a cool skin.
It is cool, yeah.
What's it called? Visions. P250 Visions. In case there were any skintrepreneurs at home who were interested in getting themselves one of these bad boys.
Well, HooXi's vision right now is about to take him down. And HooXi vision is always 20/20, Chad.
Not one division.
It's better than that.
Well, to me, HooXi's a superhero. He's marvelous.
Oh, okay. We're just going to discontinue, DC, your commentary now.
Batman's already dead in this playoff bracket, Matt, so let's leave them for another lifetime, shall we? Now, both teams are buying back in. No AWP available. Light on with the weaponry as G2 are going to hold on to their Galils and Mac 10s, and we're going to get a fight in Banana very early here. Perfecto, they were pasture. So they clean house in Banana. And now G2 scratch their head for the next minute and 30 seconds.
Oh, simple, good shot. Good position, hold it off, go 4 versus 2 now, and that could give them a chance at a third round. Hunter still trying to get up toward middle. Galil to work with. Simple sees it, easy shot on Hunter, and this one's pretty much over, I think. Monacy is going to try and come around the corner, does get one. Simple will repeat and makes no mistake to close out the round.
It feels like we're in the third round of the game with the type of buys we're seeing here, but finally G2 now can invest into AKs. They have that cash left over. These M4s for NaVi now sitting pretty. We are heading into round number 10. NaVi, 3 rounds to catch up to G2 here, of showing very decent signs. There's been clutches which have gone in their favor, both with JK as the last man standing. Still one Galil in play for Hunter here.
Isn't the Galil the FAMAS? It's like the CT version of the Galil.
Both of them have a massive asterisk next to them in my mind, but
fair.
It's got some space. NiKo might try and get flashed through this.
It's down, so this will give them a chance now to pull right back once again and not lose the economy, but rather break the CTs and give G2 a fantastic half. It's already looking more and more promising in each and every round. We have not seen an AWP very often because the money hasn't really lent itself to that so far.
Yeah, I'm curious if it would be a defining factor how much Simple could get away with, or even if Monacy is required with the AWP here to find much traction. The smoke's just there, mate.
He doesn't need it. HooXi will see through it anyway.
This mid-clamp, again, has worked for them before with the aggressive mid-plays.
Good read by Simple on that flash. Knew he was going to be following up. They've lined it up for him. And now not only is it pulled back, but it's very much in their favor. He's going to fade away back through the smoke. This will give a lot more positioning to his players on A, his teammates, but SDY is low. So he needs to anchor, but not in a position of the pit where he can be naded. So he'll go by the hay bales instead.
There's back and forth with these type of plays. Now, you know, okay, they have banana control. They're going to return for mid control next. They're doing it by the Counter-Strike playbook. And now HooXi's calling the bluff, expecting them to rotate into 2-2, which is the call here.
SDY waiting it and waiting it out. He's got to hold for sound cues. Electronic, no, that's all wrong. He looked away expecting nades. He needed to get the call from his teammate. SDY didn't make it, and he had no defense. So Simple does everything he can to pull this round back for them, and they just waltz into the site, and Perfecto's on the move. He's trying to get away and save the weapons at this point.
Tight little execute, and as I mentioned, the mind games is all this round was about, right? NaVi are hoping they did enough towards A to send G2 back towards B. But it is a great response here from HooXi in the calling department, and nice little entries on towards that site to deal with the 2 defenders. They were both hunkered down, expecting that type of maneuver, but still caught off guard, seemingly. So another round here for G2. 7-3, the score now reads. NaVi saving 2 rifles. The loss bonus for either team hasn't been able to get established in this game. And another one for Simple here before the round comes to its conclusion. He'll pick up the AK. I'm sure he'll love to get that into his hands. Now, if we look at the cash, they can drop an M4 from Simple across to a teammate. Perfecto could drop something as well. And then just one player, maybe SDY, has to buy himself.
Does it bother you like it bothers me that they didn't put 1.5 back on the computer at the other end of the apartments when they added the boiler again?
Are we talking in T house or CT house?
T house.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really look at the Easter eggs.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
well,
I saved that for April?
April or March, depending.
It's Easter in April.
April or March. It's the X amount of Sundays after Christmas, based on how many moons.
All right.
Something like that.
Yep. Big into religion over here.
Yeah, as you can tell.
Now,
we definitely need it, but that doesn't mean we're into it.
We have HooXi. He's our god. And second time out for NaVi. Conversation to be had here, considering the cash. Next round is going to be 2,400 as the loss bonus. So as long as everybody keeps himself about 2K, they can get a buy for NaVi into the next. And you can see them investing to that point, roughly. Electronic P250 going to treat himself here, a bit with a flash and a smoke. So what can they make of an M4 and an AK? NaVi are the type of team to be able to pull a lot off in this situation. 4 towards B to start things off. Will it be met with aggression from NiKo? That's enough.
Yeah, apparently NiKo has full vision of banana. Hunter. Quick flash around the corner. Somebody shut up that damn chicken. STY back inside of the small pit. This time has Electronic alongside of him. Perfecto and Simple, the only two guns. And right now they're spread with Simple playing the rotation toward the arch.
Do have this top mid control. Simple's going to pierce straight into JKS here, and hits the shot. Good stuff from Simple. Really big find, and the nade tries to chase him down. 19 points of health remain, but so does he.
They're still just looking for headshots. The next kill goes the way of the CTs. They're going to be under pressure and have maybe a huge problem. Simple has gone all the way around, though, after that exchange being low on 19. He'll play the stairs at the graveyard. We know nades can distill and move that position, but HooXi's the only one that has one right now. NiKo does bait out the shot from CT, manages to avoid the flashbang. Honestly, he's going to toss a gun further away. Make sure the Perfecto's gun isn't picked up by anyone. You're right, though. 25 seconds. STY. Are they going to wrap CT? Like, if they walk straight toward him right now, if he drops to spawn him down, if he gets anyone on this, he can't. It could have been a problem. But now, Simple has to stay so quiet. He has to be so perfect. They're going to jump up and give him one. Modesty turns it back. Bomb needs to go down. 9 seconds. They've got lots to work with now. And they'll close it out. It's just going to be bits, and I think he's going to save the M4.
Okay, well, that was well handled there from G2, all things considered. Simple did a great job winning the initial duel against JKS. That was a really, really big fight. And then Simple activates, but that's the issue. Because they're all scaling into the site so quickly and they're very reactive in that moment, the comms need to be precise for G2. Simple also, if he had a silence down 4, maybe he gets 2, but because of the AK there, his traces and of course the sound give him up immediately, and then they can plant safely from that pit player. So really good stuff. BitMike, I thought I was going to say BitMike get a kill there, but NiKo finds him out, removes that rifle. That is actually going to hurt a bit here because Electronic's at 4.1, Perfecto has 4.4. So they're going to be lacking a little bit of utility here, but this is great for Modesty as well. Deals with STY in the push, jumps up. Oversight here from Modesty, and a great find there onto Simple. So wasn't, you know, the biggest investment from NaVi, and that was just save rifles.
I like that oversight. Oh, there's what Simple was laughing at, about his body going so high in the sky. But yeah, that oversight. That way we don't have to shout out that other game every time. I like that. I'm going to use that. Oh. Headbutt the nade. HooXi standing on flames. He's not fireproof just because he's God. Kick a Chad, still Stu burn.
They're so low. Look at this. HooXi on 9, NiKo on 38 already. So this might just be a Hail Mary. Boys, we have banana control. Let's just execute. They can still call Hunter and HooXi over to address this. JKS is babysitting second mid right now. He doesn't have a whole lot to worry about, and a smoke's been deployed. So it's a 3-man B lean for NaVi as their opener here. I think they just want to deal with NiKo because Yakinda for Liquid kind of does the same thing, gets banana control and then just looks for fights. Like, when I say he's playing pre-fire, I'm not sure if everyone's played like Wireprac or in Refrag, that game mode, but NiKo's just going through the paces looking for those fights, and they will just set their sights on executing B. Now, we need to look at the utility available. Perfecto in the back with a molly, a smoke, a flash. That is oodles. An Electronic rotating in has a HE, a flash, and a molly as well. They're going to get cooked on the site here, G2. I don't see how they walk through this.
Bounce nade. Now, oh, it does do a bit. It does do a bit. That's not bad. But now that's going to force them in. NiKo running, gunning, trying to get through the smoke. He's done that. He's lost track of Electronic, but I think he's taken out anyway. He is. They didn't look for Perfecto, though. 2 on a FAMAS. Oh, my God. Buy a lottery ticket. He's going to go for a 3rd. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's just NiKo remaining on 14 HP. A FAMAS clutch might be on the cards, and that might be better than winning the map in itself. NiKo's going to look for him, goes over the top, does get him, and takes him down in the end. But it's still a 1-on-2. He's collected the bomb, but there's no smokes to cover him off, and he's going to hold, try and bait it out. Simple's got the shot.
Yeah, there's a second there where I thought Simple wasn't going to get that kill, considering how low he was. NiKo almost readjusting in that moment, but a great little play there from NaVi. The A defense wasn't sweating whatsoever, and this is fantastic from Perfecto. Just has to capitalize. Modesty does great to get those 2 initial kills, but Perfecto goes overlooked. I think Comms maybe a little bit sloppy in where he was because Modesty didn't even address it with the up and over, and Simple with the finish here. And he will get himself the AWP, so finally, the gun in the hands.
Well, it's almost too little too late. Let's see if they can recover the half with it, make this 8-7 potentially, because they're already down a significant way.
Complete different complexion to this half if the 2 clutches didn't go against NaVi, though. Remember, G2 had to have JKS win out, I think it was a 1-on-3 on the A side, and then he won out the 1-on-3 towards B as well with the Tech 9. I think the time was probably already too gone, but he'll get the credit on that one. And he only has 6 kills. So I think all of his kills have come through those clutches. HooXi with an AK, NiKo with the other. Pistols for the other 3 here. And NaVi look like they can really draw themselves back into this if they can convert right here, right now into round 13. Lurk Smoke will keep at least the balcony players planted. It's Perfecto on the jiggle with the incendiary in hand, waiting to respond to any sound cues.
I like the way you jiggle. Oh, show. NiKo tries to get the shot on the second one. Can't do it. Only scrapes the eyebrow of Perfecto. Puts him on 86, and then he'll back off. Can't go for the clean and dry. Oh, I was going to say you can't do this. Walk back in and look for the angles if it's noisy and everyone's aware, but he certainly still wants to fancy it.
The key here is there's no util left to defend this B bomb site. So this smoke's going to start to fade in about 10 seconds time, and they're going to execute, try cleanly through this. Here they come. HooXi to lead the charge. He's to get the first, but Bit's too strong on the boost. He's got the double up.
He fell down to take out NiKo, but they have Perfecto, and the fact that he's rotated means he's outside of the site, so this will be a retake. Bomb gonna get in position now. Monacy's gonna be the one to put it down as Bit fires back in, seeing the tracers from the Deagle, but he's got to wait for his teammates. As Simple even pre-fires the tree corner to make sure that no one had pushed through. Flash over. Hunter still waiting to hold for it. At new box, Monacy boosted up as well. He's gonna drop off. I think he gave himself away.
Wow.
And he's taken down SDY through the pillar, through the concrete. Simple finds the shot as well. It's JKS nearly gets a lineup, but he only tags Simple, and it's now 8-5.
Okay, well handled on the retake right there. Could have got out of control, but not enough traction as they come in through coffins again. So bomb defused. For the 3-round game now, but they can draw that just to a 1-round game if they can convert these final 2 here. And with that plant, still doesn't leave enough money for G2 to have a threatening buy into this next. Great job from Bit here. The first is great. The drop-off is fantastic. That is a really good shot from SDY, and Simple ready for the swing of Hunter on that response. JKS with the FAMAS, only able to get 1. Just grinding their way back into this NaVi. Remember, they are 1 map to the good. You can see it in the top right-hand side of your screen. 16-13 on their map choice of Dust 2. Now we're in G2's turf, but another close game and some exciting rounds of Counter-Strike here.
Yeah, now we're cooking with gas. Hunter, unsure of which way he wants to go with that Deagle so far. Possible push down mid was considered. Now he's going to take that Deagle straight up through the apartments.
We heard that. He's ahead of that as well.
Yep, he's way ahead of it. He knows he's actually got a bit of a jump here. Doesn't necessarily mean he has an angle, though, and SDY has a pretty solid one inside of the pit, but a utility from Quad might force him out of that.
I think fortunately for SDY, he still has that smoke, so if he feels remotely threatened, just like the B defenders do with HooXi's Tech 9. Look at the pressure of HooXi. Knows that he can pedal forward and continue to just pressure them into using their util, and they will. Nade does no damage either, so avoiding util, not too bad from G2 here, but still should be Navi's round.
Simple and Electronic at the trash bait. Simple's got a perfect angle on the first one, and Monacy stops into it. Monacy, you're an opper. You know where he's gonna be. Don't make it easy for the man. HooXi, though, he might make it awkward for Electronic. That Tech 9 is staring it, running it, and gunning it. There we go. Giga Chad plays. But Simple's had enough. Doesn't even shoot the first guy. He's like, no, I want you, HooXi. I want you out of my server right now. Because it's Simple's world. He is king. Remember, he said that. As SDY will take down Hunter. It's pretty straightforward now at this point. NiKo, the last alive, may have picked up an AK, but can't do anything with it. 8-6.
Okay, well, now there is the money back for the buy here. Honestly, we'll have to operate with an AK. He wants to get that util, get the fans. I'm sure they're trying to will NaVi into a 2-0 here this evening. Remember, Vitality, watching this one, we do have tomorrow the semi-finals. So the first one will be Liquid taking on Cloud9. That is going to be a rematch of the match that Liquid needed to progress, to even make it to the playoffs here. Didn't mean a whole lot for Cloud9 at the time. Will this time round. Grand final appearance available for both, and the winner of this has a good shot against Vitality as well. Another standard start here. JKS Apartments, Hunter, second mid. JKS is just taking a kill. Simple's dead in Boiler, okay. Just step straight up quite quick here for the initial fight. So Simple gives up the opening kill for all of this, and now back towards A, starting to set their sights for a quick hit.
Oh, Hunter's got electronic SDY. He overstepped it. He's going to get taken down by JKS as well. This is going to be a 9-6 half for G2. Nothing Perfecto can do about it, even if he is perfect. Right now, he still has 100 HP. He's got a kit. He's got a smoke and a flash. And I'll just end it there, because I don't really think he has any chance in this chat.
Look how many players he has to get through. There's 4 players in CT spawn right now.
This is a better wall than Trump ever built to try and get to that bomb. He's tagged already. Even trying to flash behind him, waiting on an off angle and through the smoke. Is he going to get taken down? Yeah, Modesty went for it. 9-6 at half. G2 looking pretty comfy to try out this series, but it's never over until the fat lady sings, Chad. And that is going to have to be me. I'm singing this half one out. We'll see you after the break.
Patch in the wound.
There's one guy can help lock this whole thing down.
They have no idea he's here. He's found the gap. But this would be a huge round to win. This is just Glocks and a few little deagles. So this is definitely doable for Electronic. No armor though. They've got the kits. They can do this, but they need to get it now. They get closer though. They have no idea he's in the back.
Device wasn't ready. He could knock Tag off the plant. A double, a triple.
Here comes Electronic. Into the bomb site, taking 2 heads and coming in big.
G2 will swap over the defensive side. HooXi's loving it right now. So is NiKo, baby. They got some rounds back. Perfecto was not quite as happy with that one, I don't think. But either way, they got some rounds back. And the reason I say that is Dust 2, there was 2 very, very crucial rounds that got away from them. A bomb that fell off of the A site into CT spawn, and then an M4 that apparently ran out of cylinders like most BMWs do. Let's not go down my terrible financial investments, but they have got themselves a comfy position right now on Inferno.
Yeah, well, it was a 9-6 half over there on Dust 2 as well, I do believe. So the question is it going to be enough for G2? Now it's the defensive side. Now, it in theory, should get a little bit easier for them, but NaVi are no slouch. They still have Simple firing here. He's 13 kills. SDY with a handy CT side with 12, but we still yet to see Electronic, Bit, and Perfecto really get into the mix here. We are turning our attention to the pistol round, and some Julies in play for m0NESY. He's over towards B alongside of NiKo and HooXi. A, well, it's going to be Hunter and JKS. You'll see them together here a lot. The T side, the CT side. Quite the pairing. As NaVi is still favored heavily here by the 1x bet odds.
So again, that sort of X, I call it the X. It's not really a full crossfire, but one watching left, one watching right, inside of the holes position right now. And they'll fade off if they need to. If they can, they don't need to. JKS hits the shot. No mistake at all.
Well, they're coming in B. Flashes forward. m0NESY, how many can you get with the Julies here?
Jump up. It's going to be m0NESY that got simple with those dualies. NiKo and m0NESY looking perfect so far. Not a single kill for NaVi. And both pistols in this game going to G2 10-6. Now they're looking excellent.
I think there was 3 players who had 100 Kevlar left over there for G2. I just was trying to quickly get in there before they bought. m0NESY definitely took some damage there. So I was just trying to flick through and see where it was at, because there should be a couple of cheap pairs of head armor, and that facilitates extra M4s. So you see that reflected in the buy here. JKS, NiKo, m0NESY, and Hunter all with the silenced M4, and HooXi with the util and that MP9. And again, NaVi, they're not going to go for the force fight. No plant, just going to have one deagle for simple. Everybody else will be operating with some Glocks. And this is the slower round where they wait out util and hope to find a bit of damage. So we really should just stay on board with simple here. He's the only one who has too much of a chance in this. The others are just making noise and also playing for information so he can point that crosshair in the right direction.
Perfecto just gave up jumping in boiler just to kill that chicken. I want to point that out, okay?
I think all the chickens should be killed at all times on this map. I know a lot of you at home have a soft spot for chickens, but they can get in the way, they can
just
cause
go
you
get
issues.
your own. You know that Jason wants to get chickens.
What, in his backyard?
Yeah, he's building a chicken coop.
Okay.
I told him
Fresh
he
eggs.
needs to make a sign that says chicken coop with the insert
Yeah,
word,
okay.
you know?
And a picture of Mo?
I wouldn't want to subject the chickens to that.
Well, probably pigeons as well if there's going to be bird seed.
Yeah, there probably would be pigeons, but if they had to stare at Mo the whole time, they're not going to be very good pigeons, are they?
Well, Jason's in Michigan, right? So I don't know. Is there coyotes in Michigan?
Probably.
Yeah, the chicken's got to be bloody careful then, mate.
Yeah, it's
Careful
true.
with the coyotes. Maybe if you put Mo's face on the side of the chicken coop,
It's
it'll
like a
scare
scarecrow.
away
It'll
the
be like,
coyotes.
that's not bad. Not bad.
Now we do want Mo's face.
Okay, we've found something useful for Mo to do, everyone. That's pretty impressive. That's why you watch Pro League, because we come up with some brilliant stuff. HooXi, already countering the rotation through CT, fully up to the task. He gets 3. Big money, honey, because he'll farm that with the MP9, and NiKo is certainly ready with all of that information.
Mighty stuff there, and yeah, you're right, money. HooXi, he doesn't need a drop. He can buy his own M4. He's an independent man. So great stuff from HooXi there. As well, should be a phenomenal looking buy around here out of G2. NaVi on the other hand, let's take a look at what they're going to operate with. Simple can get an AK with head armor, and he will. I was going to say, don't let him run a Galil again. Bit, however, will have to. And the util a little bit lighter on. Now, one of the keys with NaVi when they take their early banana control is they throw like a deeper Molotov, and they tend to HooXi up towards the car position for a swing. They don't have that nade to help them get, so we might see a different combination of util up towards banana here. And Perfecto's actually just going to jump in. So it's the same molly without the HE. Now, Maui wanted us to look out for the way that G2 take the banana control here. Oh,
yummy.
That's a nice shot. Don't worry about banana control. We're up mid.
Yeah, you can come back to that one. JKS knows he's in a bit of a situation here because no one's over toward the arch. So an interesting corner smoke to make them think he's inside of the pit backside. He's not. Electronics doesn't have the goal on him yet to go around that corner, though, and clear clean. Because there's no one to watch out for Library. This is interesting because they've given enough time that Hunter was going to arrive in that position.
Needs to get side, though. He needs to help out.
He saw him. Electronics saw him. He knows he's small pit now. Now he knows that he's come out and he's pushed himself in. There's a chance to swing for the pit, so he tries, but he doesn't hit the shots, and JKS goes back around. Hunter's fallen to simple. It's the site wide open for NaVi. I say wide open. A couple spam shots that scare Bit from planting the bomb. But they'll do that now.
Yeah, handled. And this one goes down to Electronic, catching m0NESY there on the jiggle towards that long corner. So a great one there from Electronic. When you take the timeout, or I guess they're having the discussion about it now. What went wrong? He blasted my head off. Sorry, boss. Right? That's all you can really say if you're m0NESY. JKS did his best to delay, and he did delay for Hunter to return, but there was no maneuver from the B defender to take space and try and assist. They were expecting NaVi not to find that full committal. It's a really good round for NaVi here to get their first now on the T side. Go up to 11-7, and we'll have a 4-round game. Electronic only has 6 kills, so that one right there was a big one in the context of those 6 frags that he has so far. Where's the money at right now? So NiKo can drop one. Hunter could buy, and this is where if I was G2, maybe take a timeout, because things can really get out of control from this point. If you do decide to fully invest right now, here's the shot. Bang, on the jiggle. That is great from Electronic. You have to love those. And then standing and delivering here, not trying to scale too quickly. JKS gets one, but then Simple and Bit both hit some bangers, and that's where the round ends. So they aren't going to invest behind the save den 4s, but they might need to find a gimmick to at least enable HooXi and NiKo here.
Hunter and Electronic are on 6 kills apiece. Not ideal for either side, really. Perfecto only on 8.
Yeah, you obviously Hunter's one of these players for G2 who's one of the stars alongside a NiKo and m0NESY.
Yeah, it's the core, right? The old core. You bring in JKS to sort of anchor off their aggression, and then HooXi to try and manage it all. Speaking of HooXi, he's boosted right now. Man on stilts. Go Gadget HooXi lags. He's got Electronic down with it.
I don't know how much managerial experience HooXi has dealing with Karens.
Yeah. You know what? Karens would smile and blush if they saw the face.
Boosting again. They're boosting again.
They're going to try it. NiKo far and above the smoke is going to take it down, but they did get the first kill. So even though they're in the site, they're down a man. Bomb is still working its way in from Banana as well. So the fact that the smoke goes down late is good. This isn't bad at all. HooXi's just getting all of the positions right now elevated once more. Bit Simple, though, going to collect it. Bit finds the booster. It's now going to be him to try and plant out the bomb with JKS rotating on just a pistol. There is an AK down. Thank you, cameraman. Tators. As Simple will plant the bomb behind the fountain. This one's done.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to just try and save. Now, there is a kit over towards the coffin position if he wanted to consider this, but we can see with the radar he is going to run, hide, and save over towards the T apartment. So around they got extremely sketchy. They did a really good job with those boosts. It was great, right? It's really just that double up from Bit that changes things. If Bit doesn't get that second kill, I think it was Hunter that boosted HooXi in that regard right there, then maybe JKS comes over and they consider the 2-on-2. But because Bit gets all those kills, round over, round done, and another one on the board for NaVi here. Costly round. So at least in that angle for G2, they know that they're keeping the money slightly humbled. Oh, just having a look. JKS, 4,700. We would have had to have bought armor anyway. I was going to say 50 bucks more, and he could have dropped across a AWP for m0NESY, but he does need to get that armor for himself here. But this is it from Bit, right? And actually, the gap in the smoke aided them in that situation.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, handled there. And they do have a kit on HooXi. Everybody else with some util for the G2 side. 5 AK-47s for NaVi's attack right now. And you get to see this banana control I was talking about. But let's reflect on G2 and see if they operate the way that Maui was saying we should keep an eye out for.
Yeah, now you can get that thought out. Nade's going to go down Hunter. That's going to just do a little bit of damage to Electronic, who's in the gopher hole trying to find a few shots. Nades to cover off the sandbags, but a bounced incendiary already extinguished.
Okay, so that's not what Maui was talking about. He was discussing the smoke that lands next to logs. And there's a molly that lands on the other side of Half-Wall, but Simple wants to buy space off of the banana retake util. And they get top mid control. So if this was a chessboard, they're taking some prime real estate here.
Yeah, but it's all pawn play at this point because there's not really any action on it. There's no one to kill. Now there is. Perfecto's forced forward. NiKo wanted to take it back. If he thought, okay, we use the utility, Simple's done something in middle, I want banana, well, he gets caught out. Perfecto with the kill.
Almost like taking the queen here with NiKo going down this early. So Perfecto.
Too soon, Chad.
On the chess reference?
On the queen reference.
Oh.
It's okay. I'll allow you. We're both Commonwealth, but that's a common goal right there from Hunter. He gets Simple and Electronic down. Bomb is still working up toward middle at this point, though, with 33 seconds left, and they don't really have access to that A site. This is going to be a hard take. And they're also waiting as well because they've got to get Perfecto to rotate around sooner. They've left the bomb for him, hoping that they can find picks. SDY does. They'll get m0NESY, but
should be B.
No way. They're going to go back 19 seconds?
They know m0NESY's the arch player, so he's the rotation point. They know JKS and Hunter normally hunker down and cover off the short and apartment's position. HooXi needs a kill. He's stepping out wide. You're in the open here. HooXi's not going to get anything done, and they should be able to plant for free. What an overcommitment that was.
Wow. 3 seconds. Doesn't matter. Bomb's down. Hunter. JKS at least gets bit. But Hunter's inside of ruins already. Wants to walk his way back in. No chance yet. Perfecto, 22 HP. He's the one in the corner, though, that they want to play off of. And now they're both low. This could still work out. Bomb's ticking, though. Good repeat, good find. One-on-one, just play the time. SDY goes down. I think he's got this.
There's a kit.
There is a kit. He absolutely has it. This is going to be 12-8.
Okay. Oh, they had to go for that retake right there. HooXi just scaling so wide on that. I think he was expecting one player to be running into the site, and you can see a breath of relief right there from Hunter. That's the type of round that could have really let this half spiral. So G2, they do put this one together, but it's awfully close. HooXi just going so wide on that. I think he thought if he got that one kill, they wouldn't have been able to plant, but makes it very awkward for JKS and Hunter, but they do mop this one up. They make sure it's not too much of a mess going forward here, and frustration showing on the NaVi side. Timeout called for G2. Looking at the buy situation, Monesi's been able to get an AWP out. Is he going to drop an M4? It looks like not. JKS is going to have to invest for himself. And on the other side, we're taking a look at NaVi's purchases. So a plant. Let's get everybody a gun other than Perfecto. So it's HooXi and Perfecto without rifles here. The info plays, like these players, how switched on they are with the players they kill and understanding, oh, they're isolated now. He was in library, let's rotate back. I love it. It's high-level Counter-Strike on display for everybody here tonight.
So JKS getting a close power pot boost.
Yeah, that one we've seen players get mollied and literally burnt to a crisp. Like they just go from 100 to 0 because they're too reluctant to move. So we'll have to see how G2 defend if any Molotovs come over the top. Traditionally, in this combo that you saw Electronic throw that, yeah, this would follow.
Yeah.
So they are going to have to extinguish this.
Oh, that's done. Monesi, the firefighter. You can put him on my calendar any day. Electronic, actually, he's 17. That's weird. He's going to back off of this. Electronic, still waiting for an opportunity now to throw another Molotov in the same position.
He's going to have to move here, JK, surely. No, didn't spread.
Didn't. You're right. It's too far to the right, and that's going to leave him with a perfect opportunity to take down the first. They're going to see where he is. He drops off. He finds SDY as well.
I don't know how he got the second there. Didn't look like he was on him. The way SDY's body slid after the kill as well, it looked awkward. So JK's very fortunate. 3-on-5 situation and scampering to grab some guns. It'll find himself an AK. So at least everybody's equipped here. 2 smokes, a flash, and a save. Well, the most exciting of rounds here, but G2 will get themselves up to 13 now. We'll remind everybody, up next is Mirage, if we do need to get there. Only 3 rounds away for G2 now. Looking very, very good on Inferno. You can see why it's their pick. I am liking how G2 always seem to have a plan. It doesn't seem like there's too many situations where they're scratching their head. The desk was highlighting on Dust 2. There was a couple of hero plays being made, and in certain situations, especially when the bomb gets dropped towards spawn, those plays do have to come forward here. A 5-round lead right now. And this is the problem with when I have teams like NaVi, FaZe in the server, Cloud9, I guess G2 as well. It's hard to count anybody out. So even with this type of a lead, it's hard to call this one just yet. Look at everybody in the fan cams. Who's having the most fun?
I think the guy with the double HooXi behind him, obviously. That looks pretty fun to me.
3rd time out here. Blade on the mic. You can see barking some orders right now. So 3 AKs saved. As far as SDY and Electronic are concerned, I think they're just going to be along for the ride. They can drop that Tech 9 that Bit currently holds, and somebody can get that, but the 30 seconds subside, that's it. Blade is done with his chip-ins. Now Electronic has to decide what the call is going to be from that, right? We don't know exactly what's been said, but they're clearly investing behind this. 2 Tech 9s, 3 AKs, enough util. It's crazy how strong this buy looks.
And in the hands of some of these players, it is. There's no question about that. Perfecto sitting back this time, so they're going to be a little more patient. They've even got the bomb waiting well down below T-stairs to be in a position to throw. Ooh, Perfecto. Just got absolutely wrecked on that one. Simple's been hit as well, so they are losing a bit of health. I was going to say the bomb step back with Bit to throw flash and get them in position, a bit more utility. They're going on this. This might just be a straight take. And it's a solo B at this point in time as well, because HooXi just came over and dropped off some parcels and then turned around and left. Now he'll come back. Okay, no, he's just bringing all the stuff over from CT Spawn. He's like an Amazon delivery service.
This could catch them off guard though, Matt. You are right. Like, if they start going down, NiKo's on the site. He needs to start deploying these. if they just run in, like, they're going to lose the site here.
Yep, they are. They've overthought it. Oh, but HooXi through the smoke. He does get back in time, and that's why you pay for Prime. It's going to be now SDY and Bit that are tagged up, but Simple's found the shot back in return as well. And now, with 5 HP on HooXi, the rotations are coming, but they're late to deny the bomb at the very least.
Oh, block that smoke as well. Both teams with some real issues here as far as utility goes in this round. One side juggling too much, the other just throwing the nade through the teammate, and they didn't smoke off spawn. They're saving.
Yeah.
That is insane.
That comes down to them overthinking the utility, and NaVi with a great call to change the pace. Totally called them out.
Oh, man, that one really hurts for G2, but NaVi, and that kill from Simple, right? He understands the situation. Look, we know exactly where you drop all that util. We know how you want to try and be disruptive towards the plan. He just catches the gap, takes down NiKo. SDY, I think he's going to go down with a bomb here. Yeah, he will. Couldn't get out of dodge in time. The save for G2, it is the correct call here, because if you give everything up, the financial game is still in a very brittle position, but it felt like it should never have been in this situation in the first place. So that's the type of round that you'd be very frustrated if you're NiKo and HooXi over towards B, that you got timing like that.
It's the first time it's happened though, right? And that is, for anyone who's watching at home and you think like, oh, it's a little boring to sit around and do nothing for a while. Well, that's why you either do it early or late and change the pace, because you are very much playing with the mind of the CTs when that happens.
And this is a lifeline now for NaVi to work with here. So charging up Banana, Perfecto, leaving the charge. There's so many bodies here. Perfecto in between the thick of it, goes down. HooXi gets one and done.
That's a huge save though, because that would have been 2 and none if he doesn't get that kill. He had absolutely the retreating player inside of the site, NiKo dead to rights.
Where's the reaction? G2 have top mid control, sure, but is there going to be a rotation? Are they going to send someone to help him? Are they going to play for information? Right now, they still, as I mentioned, have mid, sure, but is NiKo just going to gamble? A, he is. Maybe not. Util. But he's on 8 HP. I don't know how we can get into the site from here.
Well, site's theirs for the taking. That stack at A, they're not going to go for this if they get in. This is a save call preset. If this goes B, and NiKo's not able to get maybe, I would say 2 kills even, it's over. Oh, he's blinded. Oh, he's trying to be smart about this, though. He knows his best defense is to disappear, so he goes inside of the smoke. This could catch them out. This could actually work. They're starting the rotation because he's yet to make a call of a kill or anything against him, and he finds the first, tries to swing to orange 1, knows that's where the bomb's going down, but Simple hits the shot. They may still consider this. They're close enough they'll at least take a look for one more pick.
Execute up Banana here. JKS can smoke off towards the Ruins position. They can get some flashes into the site. There's an entry flash. A deep one towards the site at the ready.
All right, they're this far in. They're being lured. So this is on. Simple beats down. m0NESY with a great shot. Bit stuck in as well. He's flashed off, and that's a huge retake. m0NESY with the second kill. I wasn't sure they were going to go because there was so much time still available to them on the rotation, but NiKo stayed alive for a long time.
That was crazy, and he was so low on HP. All it would have taken was a stray bullet, and he would have gone down. So that play from NiKo is huge, and as you mentioned, that HooXi kill, that meant a whole lot in the complexion of this round here, because NiKo essentially makes it a 3-on-3, right? He gets the kill and dies, but he gives them an opportunity to come for this because of the nature of them. That is massive, and straight into the AK. You love to see more mobile, not restricting himself. Good play from the young gun, and NiKo getting fired up. He knows that play that he had. It was the only way that they could contend for that. If he died or was outside the site, there was no way in. 2 rounds now for G2. Timeout for them again. They keep taking these timeouts after winning rounds just to maybe settle themselves in this situation. At NaVi, they worked so hard for that. They changed the pace much quicker at Banana, took the fight. Perfecto went 1 for 1. And all in now for NaVi.
2 to go for G2 on this map. As you say, Mirage is the 3rd.
It's not an all-in either. Okay, so SDY's kept a bit. Bit's kept a lot. Electronics kept enough. Okay, so it's only Simple who fully invested here.
Smoke gone already. Nades as well. Molotov's already burned through its duration of fuel. NiKo that tries to spray past the half wall to get anything, any damage at all. HooXi lining up the perfect smoke, presumably.
This is the least efficient way, I would say, out of all the ways to do this now, because you have to line yourself on the top of that box. Fallen's got a method. I think we've seen Patsy have one.
The smoke didn't land.
Where'd the smoke go?
So it went off the map. It went over the fence. His arm's too strong, Chad. Yep, there it is.
Can you go get the ball, please?
That's pretty much it. Simple knows it too. He's like, all right, you just messed a smoke up. I'm gonna just keep sliding up with my scoot, try and get you to the site.
Hunter's close here, so he can assist. They're coming in.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Get saved, HooXi. All right, misses smoke, hit the shots. Doesn't matter. It's looking like it might be map point. Might be. Hang on, Simple's not done. He's got 2 no-scopes in this one, 2 hits. And one of them in the kill, the follow-up. But there's Hunter waking up indeed up to 12 kills now, 15-9.
Okay, that almost got out of control. NaVi just, they were ejected out of the site. That surge forward, it came so quick. It felt like they weren't ready for it, trying to play anti-flash. A little bit unlucky there for NaVi not to be able to hit those shots. And oh, okay, so he's just moved his crosshair a little bit there. That's all right. That's something he can work on in the VOD review. But if it's 15-9, ends up being 16-9, it'll be all good. SDY only has a Glock, everybody.
Sweet. That's exactly what you want on map point.
There's the Tech 9. He found it. He found it. Stop looking. HooXi very low in the early exchange. Perfecto will take a blow.
Speaking of blow, bit windy out there.
Yeah, hopefully the tent doesn't blow off.
NiKo this time is the one that's going to throw it. That's a little better. Bounced it right. Molotov in behind it. That's extinguished already.
Well, they're going again. They're just going.
Whoa. Oh, but Monasty's ready for it. They're not going to catch them off twice. In fact, they're going to get caught out themselves as NiKo goes back around the corner. Can't decide on the second shots. Doesn't really matter, though, because he hit both. Simple's on 48. Electronic is 10 less on 38. And Monasty has rotated himself back inside of the site once again, but they're going to try and fade off this and make a play over it. A desperate one at that.
JKS has evacuated the site. He's playing long side now. He needs to get into a position where he's tucked in to mow them down. Otherwise, he could be mincemeat here. Can JKS close it?
Swings out, finds first, second, and maybe the third. Is it another triple spray down from JKS? Not quite. Simple's got the shutdown, but man, what a task he would have to pull off to make this work. Molotov, HooXi can't touch. He's got 12 HP. He's going to go for the bounce Molotov in return. That's going to force Simple inside of the pit, and he gets there before he gets spotted. So he has a long shot, but Simple's hit crazier ones.
I got 9 bullets, so he's going to have to hit some crispy taps. Yep, there's the first.
Clutching is like riding a bike for him, Chad. Into the pit. Oh, he hit Hunter there. He didn't get the kill, but he hit Hunter. HooXi, he knows he's going to be coming close. 12 HP. This is a one-shot deal, but he's waiting. He's waiting to get closer. Tries to fade it. He was so right, but so wrong on the shot. HooXi gets the final kill, and it's a tie series.
1-1 we are right now, and that is G2 taking us to Mirage here. Dust to a very close affair. Inferno, not the same. This is G2 making a statement right now, and the fans are loving this. We're going the distance here this evening. Another series delivering us all 3 to set us up for a semi-final. Vitality waiting. Let's find out what the desk have to say after this short break. Don't go anywhere.